assume that the entire world is dominated by one governmental philosophy. Dominated. Now, there's a lot of different philosophies, but when you start talking about the philosophy that dominates the minds of people on the planet, according to the evidence, as best I can see it, the dominant feature of the planet Earth government is racism. That's the dominant feature. It's a lot of features, a lot of political persuasions, so-called religious persuasions, and actual religious persuasions, you might say, and different viewpoints on this and that and other, philosophies and customs, traditions, etc., etc., etc. But racism in the form of what we call loosely, and sometimes not so loosely, white supremacy, is the dominant governmental system actually in place worldwide, according to all of the evidence as far as I can see. Now, this may be true or false, but I have come to the conclusion so far that it's true. There's only one government on the planet that's worthy of being called a government, that has all the features of government, and that is the government of white supremacy, which is racism. Now, what is white supremacy and racism? Because they're both the same. You can't have any other type of racism if you have white supremacy, because you've already said you got white supremacy. Once you have that, that is racism. There's no other form. All other so-called forms are nothing but reactions to what's already in place. That's the only governmental system in place. That's according to compensatory counter-racist logic, which that's a term that I made up, that I call it. So that covers all 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And anybody who is classified as non-white comes under, is dominated by that government. By whom? By all white people? No. By those white people who have chosen to be white supremacists. And they're not in the process of becoming white supremacists. They are white supremacists. And they have set up that government worldwide. That's the first premise.